Hey everyone, I've been playing games for like an hour, trying to find a game that I could put on my YouTube channel that was fun. I don't care if I win or lose, as long as I don't get like super cheesed, or unless the cheese is like, unless it's really funny the way it happens. But like, I don't mind, losing and stuff like that. But like, I've been getting stomped all morning. Like my first game was with like two people that had never played before, and the other team didn't care. They just like started the game anyway. So I wasn't gonna be a tool and like make them wait to start the game, so I started. And then like, yeah, I've just had bad games all morning. So I finally decided I'm just gonna do my own thing, and hopefully I can win. Yeah. So playing 1v1 versus TF2 Heavy, Team Fortress 2 Heavy. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm gonna be playing against just him, me and him. Using a chopper, which all of you know is probably the worst 1v1 option in the entire game. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not, brutal. I think the guy I'm going against doesn't really know what he's doing. He hasn't captured anything yet, so I may not be uploading this video either. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to try my best anyway. Got my tryhard hat on, and as you can see, my nicely done hair, you might even call it. Oh, that thing's still alive. I thought I killed it. Alright, so I'm going to move my turrets ahead. Hopefully kill some stuff. Yeah, my teammate, okay, he's not terrible. He is taking that base. He just didn't do it as quickly as I feel he should have. No big deal. We'll see. This game could turn out to be good. I'm really hoping that when I eliminate the factor of really crappy teammates that, oh no! Oh, whew! You don't want to lose a starting turret. That is newbie to the extreme. So as you can see, I've gotten nothing but moneymakers and turrets at this point, because at this point I don't need anything other than moneymakers and turrets. Unless my enemy starts busting out some crazy crap that I'm totally not ready for. Turrets should be more than enough to defend me. I am backing up so my missiles targeting is a little bit better, because if not, as you can see, they shoot all over the place. I'm gonna die, I don't want to die. Alright, I'm even gonna put a moneymaker here because I feel like I have enough of an advantage I can pull that off. It is the point now where I keep losing this neutral base. So I'm gonna grab some infantry. You don't need to go down there. You guys need to come up here. Get it together, bros. Yeah, these guys' marching orders are wrong. It says they'll attack the closest non-allied building, but I feel like that's not entirely true. So I'm going to drop infantry here, because that means once my base gets attacked, if they do damage, my infantry will automatically enter the building. And until that point, they'll automatically defend. So it's a really nice plan to always have infantry, especially in an often contested base like the center one. It's good to always have infantry in those positions. So, what's your plan, bro? Because I don't know what he's going to do. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I have a ton of resources, so I'm just going to spawn a tank wave. Upgrade my infantry, because why not, right? Oh, something going down here? Oh, that was my infantry dying. Okay, cool. I can live with that. Alright guys, I have a special assignment for all of you. You come this way, and you're going to die. Oh, he got some defenses up, I see. Interesting defense layout. He has a lot of repair, which is that's going to cause me a lot of grief. So this may be wasting my early game advantage. I just want to see how he responds to this. Your basic answer to a tank line should be to try to build a concave of tanks, or just whittle it down as much as you possibly can. Or counter-tank rush, which I guess is what he's doing. Or maybe even sent that out before I sent mine out. So I'm going to kill his, and then I'm going to try to use mine as a distraction to die, apparently. I was going to say to attempt to weaken some of his defenses. As you can see, that didn't really go the way I'd planned, but at the current moment, as you can see if you look on the minimap, he is distracted by those tanks. So that's going to cost me tank cost. Base cost for tank is 48, so we'll say 5. It's going to cost me 25,000 credits to distract him. I'm back up to 50 because of my giant amount of money makers. Which means I'm going to be able to make more tanks. I was able to kill some of his tanks and break a little bit into his defenses. Another thing I can do is I'm going to land right here on the very edge. I'm going to snipe a couple of these weak tanks there in front. It's going to give me a little bit of an advantage because at this point you have to realize I'm just going to do a quick run through, a quick recon. Okay, it's not that bad. He has the same amount of money makers as me. He just doesn't have them in the middle. So it's not really a big enough advantage that I should play specifically to it. Whereas if I had a lot of money makers, I would continue sacrificing tanks. But it would put him on the back foot, and after a couple of rounds, if I did that a couple more times, and we sent 10 tanks or 15 tanks at a time, I would get enough of an advantage that I would be able to take this base, and that would be game over. It's really hard, especially in 1v1, to recover from losing that base there. I mean, he's already in a bad enough spot from allowing me to have middle so long uncontested, that it's going to be a big struggle just for him to stay in this game very long, which is good for me. You know, I'm enjoying this game. I can't say the same for him. I don't know at this point. His defenses are really nice. I'm going to kill these neutrals for experience. Because at this point, when I'm level 4, the experience from these neutrals is going to be enough that's worth it for me to spend my time down here. If I was a saucer, it would be even better if I could capture them, but that's going to give me level 5, which is a 2-level advantage over him. That's going to start to get really scary for him here in a minute, because my infantry is going to be freakishly strong compared to his, and my missiles are going to be very intimidating, which means he won't be able to stand still. I'm no threat to him as long as he's moving, but the second he stands still, he's going to be toast. Now he's made a huge mistake here. He has not defended this outpost. Not to the extent he should have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my entire army up here. I always place them up there just because there's always some tomfoolery that happens, and then the base isn't as easy to take as it should be. So I'm just going to drop that. I don't want to take too much more of these guys, so I'm going to build some turrets and hopefully be able to spawn them out of this base. I'm going to drop my turret there. So my 4 infantry are going to be able to take this. The upside to planting them up here is if I had put this one closer, they would have been able to both attack this outpost, which would have been really... sorry, talking way too fast. Would have been really convenient. Because then you have defenses in place in an unusual position they're probably not going to be completely prepared for, as well as doing damage to their outposts for every second they're not paying attention or that they're not in position. People disagree with me when I say you can be out of position in Airmech, because it's not your classic RTS, but you can be. If you're not paying attention in Airmech, you can lose everything really fast. Like this outpost, I should not have been able to take it uncontested. That was him being stupid. You might say that's hurtful, but it's absolutely true. There should have been a much bigger fight for that base. He pretty much gave up the game. So at this point, I mean, I can drop artillery there. And it's not just a matter of him dealing with my artillery, it's not like I'm being sneaky and ninja with the artillery. I've advanced them with my army. So at this point he has to kill 4 turrets, a couple of tanks, me, and a power pad turret to be able to take out these effectively. He might be able to get over here and snipe them, but at that point I'm going to start defending, right? So he's going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure, can the chopper... Yeah, okay, so this is a little bit OP that the chopper can missile from up here. Because that's going to start to do ridiculous damage to his defenses that he won't be able to repair through if I have full energy. As you can see, TF2 Heavy has, at this point, realized he has no canoe or paddle, which is going to be really ugly, because he's up the creek. At this point, my best option, since his defenses are fairly good, if I run in there, I'm probably going to die. Since his defenses are so beefy, I'm going to build some artillery. I'm also going to upgrade my missiles a little bit so that I can pick away at this one, because nothing down there can hit me from when I'm up here, but I might be able to kill it, especially my artillery firing. Now, I'm at the point where my rockets aren't doing that much, because I'm a little bit out of range, but with my artillery, again, with my artillery firing in there, we might be able to kill some stuff, because it's not going to be able to heal through. Perfect, we killed it. Now, he's finally getting the idea. He's like, he's got to get me out of here, or he's going to lose the game really soon. As you can see, he's started to realize that. He's trying to push a little bit, he's sending some tanks and that kind of stuff. But once his artillery starts firing, it's going to whittle this down. 4 artillery pieces is going to wreck that defensive line. Especially now that he has to try to defend this base from this artillery up here. Because that's some pretty scary stuff. Especially since he doesn't overly seem like he knows what he's doing. Oh, he's going to try to do it. He's going to try to do it. No! So I'm actually gonna take the shots Oh, I'm gonna die. He's gonna get my artillery. Oh, totally let that happen. What does that tell me? That tells me I need more turrets. So I'm just gonna beef up some more turrets. By the time I get over there, most of them should be done. I'll start placing them. By the time I'm done placing, they'll be finished. Right, so by the time I place the third or fourth one, all of them will be finished production. So it shouldn't slow me down that I didn't produce until that point. But that's when I realized I desperately need more turrets. Because, yeah, when I get back, he's killed all of my artillery. So I'm going to want to build up my defensive line here again. I'm going to need 3 or 4 turrets to kill a Warthog like that. They are really beefy. Since they don't have any special abilities, they can take a lot of damage, and they can also deal a lot of damage. It's a definite issue for me to let him just, oh gosh, he almost made it. Okay, yeah. It's a definite issue for me to just let him attack my artillery, especially artillery. That's really bad news. As you can see, my income's at 340. That's ridiculous. He's going to have a really hard time dealing with this. I should be able to carry 3 artillery now, too, which will be convenient. Yeah, okay, so I can just barely carry 3. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to let those there. Some of them get a little skewed, but that's going to help because it's going to shoot over to the side. Oh gosh, Buckies are bad. They do a lot of damage and they're really cheap. If they get on top of anything, whatever they're on top of is going to die. Alright, thank goodness he doesn't understand how to send them all at once. I'm probably going to direct him towards my YouTube tutorial just because he seems a little bit lost when it comes to defending. Yeah, I'd say I've got this game, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tank rush. I'm going to erase those and build a massive tanks. When I get enough kudos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy Goliath tanks because they're the best for this situation. But as of... Holy mother! Alright, so tank rush probably not going to end the game. After checking that out, what is hopefully is going to be a wall of turrets. And get me some artillery down there. I know a lot of players would say turrets are not good to do this with. It's really personal preference. I like turrets for this concept, just because they have so much HP, and they can attack ground as well as air. Now, even though his defenses were impressive, though that artillery's gonna train wreck him really fast. He's really got to watch out. We'll look at the units lost tab here after this battle, but my artillery is going to be the difference maker, because he does not have the units to defend against that. The Buckies will do a lot of damage if he moves them up, but he has to move them behind my turrets, which is going to be hard. As you can see, he's moving up tanks. He's got the right idea. He needs to defend against this, and he's. I wouldn't say I'm scared, but he's definitely making it difficult, and he has a lot of crap up there eating the artillery barrage. I'm actually not going to heal anything just because I want to see how he does. I'm also going to build a bunch more tanks and just see what I can do with those. Hopefully my wall in will stop them from moving forward for a little bit. I want them to hold position. Okay, good. So hopefully that's going to stop them. I'm going to move this turret up because I want to completely wall it off. So when he does break this wall, he's then dealing with a lot of tanks. Since turrets can't be pushed, they're the perfect wall. Again, versus pro players, you're probably just going to get raped in this situation. But what I want to happen is I want to get as many tanks as I can without using the follow command, just because I find it's buggy sometimes and I have a hard time using it, even though I realize there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, so all these tanks are going to be here. Is that going to kill him? Okay, no, he doesn't. Alright, so let's see. This actually should be enough to kill him. I made this game a lot longer than it needed to be. I think it's because I was so frustrated with how this morning went. I was so mad this morning. I was just trying to make a video, and nobody wanted me to win. Nobody wanted me to not get completely curb stomped, and nobody wanted my teams to ever be even. So I just got really frustrated, so I may have taken it out a little bit on this guy by overdoing it a little tiny bit. As you can see, we're doing a lot of damage here, and this game's pretty much over. Good game. Check out my YouTube. Stats box is on. I'm a douche. 0 RTG. Alright, so this was a good game. Again, I think the skill level was a lot different. He did have better units, or decent units, not better than me, but he had ones I would not expect for a noob that played at this level. Yeah, but that's it. It was a kind of good game. I'm going to upload it just because I've had such a frustrating morning trying to make you guys a video. So questions, comments, remarks down below, and